nation's favourite celebrities.
Riba, riba!
Paired up with an expert and a classic car.
Get in, baby. Rock and roll.
Their mission? To scar Britain for antiques. The aim? To make the biggest profit at auction.
What is wrong with you?
But it's no easy ride.
Yeah!
Who will find a hidden gem?
Game, set, match.
Take the biggest risk?
You know what? I'm going to close my eyes.
What?
Will anybody follow expert advice?
That's really awful.
There will be worthy winners
Get in there.
and valiant losers.
What are you clapping a loss for?
Put your pedal to the metal.
That is cool, isn't it?
This is the Celebrity Antiques Road Trip. We're doing the right thing this time and inviting a couple of stars who do right. But they can also turn their hand to quite a lot besides. All of it thoroughly entertaining.
I can't believe you dressed like me!
I know, people are going to say we got up together.
Don't start that rumour.
Yes, our right pair of celebrities out and about on the byways of Essex. A wing woman, Shazia, Mirza, and at the wheel, Matthew Wright.
You always used to wear bright
I
colours.
know, you always used to wear bright colours. I just didn't expect you to wear the same bright colour as me.
It seems the algorithm responsible for putting them together has even ticked shared dress sense this time, although there will always be requirements for which they don't appear obviously qualified.
Do you like shopping, Matthew?
No, not really.
I think we can safely say I've won this, hands down.
Matthew is a former showbiz columnist and the host of TV talk show The Right Stuff, which featured several recurring guests.
The thing is, we go back a long way.
We do.
You had your own show for about 20 years.
Yes. And you were on it for most of that time.
Science teacher turned award-winning stand-up comedian Shazia has enjoyed an equally successful career, although it remains to be seen who will come out on top in this competition.
Have you got any antique stuff in your
No.
house? Nothing?
No, I can't remember the last time I went into a shop.
You're kidding
No.
me. Everything online.
Yeah.
So you don't know how to actually...
Engage with people to negotiate, no.
I'm sure that telehosts will never be likely to struggle in that department.
Do you know old stuff?
Well, I know you.
Fortunately, two not so much old as mature and awfully well-informed experts await at their first shop, in the shape of Stephen Moore and David Harper.
I used to watch Matthew Wright on live TV.
I know he's interested in vintage things, particularly motorbikes. I like my cars, so I think him and I might work well together.
So there's be like lots of lad chat.
Motors and oil.
Teacups and saucers with me and Shazia.
Oh, really?
Sure it will. I hope. I suppose Shazia used to be on a stage on her own.
Oh, a stand-up comedian.
How could a teapot terrify her?
They're bound to be competitive.
But we'll play like gentlemen, though.
We will. I really wish you the best of luck, Stephen.
I won't.
So, wise counsellors, £400 apiece and an elegant and awfully eco-friendly electric-powered 1966 Mercedes.
Oh, this is old-fashioned, proper old-fashioned.
I love it, actually.
Suits you both nicely, I'd say.
So should we go shopping then, Matthew?
Let's go shopping.
I can't wait.
The essential guide to celebrity treasure seeking around Essex starts out in Manningtree on the River Stour. Some believe that the town's name derives from the many trees that once grew around here. And here comes our motor.
Looks all right.
Let's go.
Go and spend some money.
At the Manningtree Emporium.
This looks amazing. See you later. Ooh, bargains.
Excitable bunch, especially with £400 to spend. Just got to locate their experts lurking within.
Stephen!
Sherlock Holmes, darling. Oh,
You look like a lot of fun.
this is your Sherlock Holmes hat. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, man.
All you
Man.
need is the magnifying glass.
Yeah, man. Bouchaka!
Really? Good morning to you too.
Getting along famously.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for something that's going to make us some money.
Okay, it's all about the money, is it?
I'm good at bartering.
Okay.
I'm from Birmingham. We never pay full price for anything.
Birmingham.
I know how to barter.
Right, let's role play this. So this is
Okay.
marked at £45.
Yeah.
How would you barter?
I said, oh, Stephen, you're looking wonderful today. And I've seen this, you know. It's obviously been here a while because there's
Filthy.
dust on it. This is 45.
Okay.
Could you do it for maybe 25?
You've made the big mistake. Never name your price.
Oh, really? So what could you do it for, Stephen?
You're looking for...
Lovely brooch.
Oh, go on, 10 pence, go on.
Oh, Stephen.
Just because it's you.
That is amazing. Thank you so much. I think I'll have 2.
Right, we're ready. Let's go and find some antiques, come on.
That's one team fully operational and
Oh, hello. Oh, I love your shirt.
I wore it for you. You know what? By the end of this trip, I'm going to sell it to you.
Got £400.
Sold.
What are we going to find?
Well, I think something fishing, something mechanical. What about a vintage motorbike? These are all things that you love.
Yeah?
What about making money?
Hey, we can only try.
We can give it a go.
All right. Yeah.
I love that ponytail.
Oh, thank you.
so, with all 4 of them now busy rummaging,
Festival of Britain, blimey.
it shouldn't be too long before something pops up.
I don't even know where to start.
Pace yourself, please, Shazia.
I really like this. Chester silver topped cane, 1895. Who doesn't like a bit of a cane? This is multi-purpose. You can sing, you can dance, you can walk with it. You can do a lot of things with this.
Oh,
Stephen.
what have you found?
I found this cane.
Okay.
This is in very good condition for 1895. It reminds me of my dad, because my dad, he doesn't actually need a cane, but he carries one around with him.
Just for the drama.
So I'm thinking, you know what, as a collector's item,
I think we could strut together.
Only in an antique shop.
How much is yours?
oh, I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours.
Mine's £28.
This is 65, but it's 1895. If we can knock it down.
You see what I think?
What do you think, Stephen?
Well, you see, yours is in slightly better condition.
Yeah.
And you see also, if you compare yours to mine, yours is what we call repoussé decoration. So that means it's been hammered from the back, whereas mine's just a bit hammered, I'm afraid.
If you're going to get hammered, it's best to get
That-
hammered from the back, right?
Quite.
So what do you think then, in your antique
Well-
opinion?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm not sure there's a profit in this one.
Really?
If there's not a profit in that one, I don't think there's a profit in yours.
Really?
No.
Put it right back
But-
in the bucket.
Let's find something else.
It really is all about the money. Well, most of the time anyway.
This is what we used to have at home. We had a bronzy-coloured electric plug-in heater, and that cat was next to it when I grew up as a kid. And it's horrible. No, I'm not.
Ah well, I think David's advice to seek out stuff they have a passion for was sound.
Flies. That's even older, this one. Oh, my word.
Huh. This is Ken, who'll be the person to do a deal with when they eventually get their hooks into something.
Stephen,
Yes.
I think this is a moneymaker.
Oh.
It's a Masonic crib board, and do you know
Right.
what? I watched a documentary once, and people are very fascinated and interested in them, and they always seem to make a lot of money.
We love a secret society.
Yes, it's very good condition.
Can I have a look?
What do you think, Stephen?
Well, it's all inlay with different coloured woods. Maker's name of the board, N. Murray. I think this is mid-19th century, so 1840, 1860.
Oh, right. Proper old then.
Yep.
Proper costly as well. £175.
The only thing I don't like about it is that hefty price, but you're a Birmingham girl.
Yeah, what do you think, Stephen? Should I pretend it's the Bullring Market?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm buying a pound of fish, and then I will barter with him
Yep.
and try and get that down below 100.
Let's
isn't it?
keep that for a mind and let's have something else.
Shazia's up and running. What about her chum? Last seen getting hooked.
I was looking at the fishing rods, but I just saw this. I just remember we had 2 of these at home. Sound of the Sea?
Yeah. Every single home in Britain had at least one.
Why?
I don't know. I would have liked to have been involved in selling them.
And then this caught my eye, David, because It's not exactly the same, but my first fishing experience where I caught a fish was on the Norfolk Broads.
Right.
And I was about 8 after I caught my first fish, and I went to my local lake and I used my dad's sea rod.
So does that take you back in time? Can you feel it and can you smell it?
I'm at Norwood Lake in South London. It's a hot, sunny day, so it reminds me of my dad long past. And I think this is maybe a bargain because I've just seen the price.
You will know more about these than I do, Matthew. Could you make a profit on that?
It's not a high-quality rod, so probably not.
OK, let's do some more time
OK,
travelling.
OK.
They're getting there. Shazia, meanwhile, already has this cribbage board on her wish list. And Stephen's busily browsing. What else can they come up with?
Oh, this is hard work, this antiques business.
Hey, it's all right for some.
Stephen, where have you been? Look, I found this cricket bat. I think it's a collector's item.
Well, you know what it is, don't you?
It's a cricket bat. What is it?
But it's a tiny cricket bat.
Ticket price, £45.
It looks like it's all been signed by the team.
Do you know what team it is?
I don't, but it's like the whole cricket team from the 1950s signed cricket bats.
So, I mean, these were souvenir bats. It's a proper bat made by proper cricket bat makers. It's not the Pakistani team, is it, by any chance?
It's not, no. I can't see any Khans or Mohammeds on there.
If he says 20 quid, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth a punt.
Can I help you?
Help me up.
Oh, you're so exhausted.
I've seen loads of other stuff. Should we go and have a look?
Come on, let's go and...
Okie dokie, back to the fishing party.
I think the reels are down here. Here we go.
Something's got to bite.
So what makes a good reel?
I'm not an expert,
Right.
so there's nice reels for fishing and then there's valuable reels to collect.
Ah.
This is only £15,
Yeah.
and even though it's incredibly basic, I'm quite like old gear, so you know, I'd pay 15 quid for it. Whether I pay £50 for it, I don't know.
But just make that noise again.
It's great, isn't it? You're not going to get that from a modern reel. You fish on an old rod with a silk or handmade line.
He's reeling in those years.
Love it.
You're converting me to fishing.
And then this is an early before metal reels. So older still, so I don't know, 120 years.
And it'll work as well today as it always did. Beautiful.
Love it.
Would you be interested in buying it?
To me, £20 for all that history and craftsmanship, I think that's an absolute bargain.
But even sat on a lovely side table in your living room as an ornament.
This is a lovely little thing.
It is a thing. And that is beautiful.
I'm tempted to go for that, and if the worst comes to worst, I'll bid for it myself.
Hang on.
That's against the rules.
Is that against
it's
the
against the rules. You know, for 20 quid, you might get it for 15 or 17
Yes,
pounds.
it's not going to go for much under that.
It's not going to make a fortune,
No,
but it might make 25 or 30
yes.
quid. Why wouldn't it?
I've not even handled a reel as lovely as that. And I'm thinking, not only would I love to own something like that, put it on a rod and try it, as well as having it as an ornament.
Yeah.
Yeah, fabulous.
OK, we're
Done.
going with your instinct and passion.
At last, after a bit of a slow start.
Right, holding bay.
OK, stick it down there.
Stephen,
Yet more?
look at this.
I quite like that.
Look, it says here, antique Art Deco lidded jar.
What's wrong with that sentence?
Antique and Art Deco clash.
Yeah, it's either antique or it's Art Deco.
Right.
But it is Art Deco. I think that's about 1930s.
It's fabulous.
I like it.
It says it's £45
OK.
AF.
As found, so that means there's something wrong with it. Yep, you see, look, there's a bit of a crack.
You can just put the crack at the back.
Oh, she's good.
You know what?
a
You
lot.
could fill a lot of stuff in there.
It's a lot of jam, isn't it?
A lot of biscuits.
I like your style. None of this cookie nonsense.
No.
No, biscuits.
So do you think that's a money maker?
£45 on somebody's very smart mansion kitchen.
Yeah.
I can see a tickle of a profit if we can scrape a little bit of the price off.
Time to talk to Ken.
Hello. I love your shop.
Thank you.
It's so fabulous in here. And you look fabulous too.
Thank you.
Step 1, butter up.
I love this in particular. Yeah, this is great. But there are a few things wrong with it. I mean, there's a bit of a crack there. What do you think?
I understand you have to make a profit and try and beat the other guys.
Yeah.
So make me an offer.
How about 10? I'm from Birmingham. Everything's £10 in Birmingham.
Really?
17.
What's that?
20?
You're very close.
21. 22? 22.50.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's half price.
Oh, thank you. You know what? That's brilliant.
Very kind.
Now, the thing is, Ken, I've seen a lot of stuff in your shop that I really love. And I also really love this cribbage board. But look at the price on that, Ken.
Shocking, isn't it?
I think someone's made a mistake with that.
175.
These are as rare as the proverbial hen's teeth.
As rare as you, Ken. We're taking this as well, remember?
Yeah.
We're big spenders.
Well, that's good because it's from the same dealer.
Okay. All right.
The thing is, Ken, as I said, I love your shop. And I love you. You're fabulous.
Worth repeating.
I also found this cricket bat.
Is it from the same dealer?
We want to know, it's £45.
It is from the same dealer.
I don't want to go all prices right on you, but
We
what
love
do you
what
think?
you did.
Right. We'll take a flyer because I know the dealer well. We'll do the same on that.
Oh, thank you, Ken.
Both at half price.
What do you think, Ken? What can you do for the three?
Okay, absolute rock bottom death. 150 for the three.
OK, Ken, that's a deal.
Making the cribbage board 105 and the others £22.50 each. She just has to pay the man now.
Thank you so much, Ken. It was just so great being in your world. Thank you.
Quite a pile, eh?
Mind how you go.
250 still to spend.
On to the next shop,
That way.
Stephen.
I know.
Which just leaves Matthew, David and their ever so humble shortlist.
Matthew, tell me what you think about this.
What is it? Fireplace.
It's exactly that. It's a fire screen. But just look at the style of that, Matthew. It screams style. And what also it screams handmade.
Yes. Hammered.
Totally hammered. So this is arts and crafts, Art Nouveau period, late 19th century. So this is the absolute height of the Industrial Revolution. And there was a little movement at the time that rejected that idea of mass production. And this falls into it because it is completely handmade. Beaten copper, wrought iron, forged. There is only one object like this on the planet.
That's really quite something, isn't it?
Very, very stylish. How much is it?
95. Do you think we could haggle on that?
Yeah, it would need to be haggled.
I think it's saleable, but we've got to get it at a better price.
We do, and it's all now about the money.
Yes.
Over to Ken once again.
Would you be the man to talk to?
I am indeed.
Hi, I'm Matthew.
I'm Matthew Kent.
We found a couple of items. A fishing reel for £20 and the Arts and Crafts fire guard for £95. I just wondered if you might be able to do a deal on the Victorian fire guard.
That's actually one of our staff members. And I know that she's about to do a sale in her unit.
Oh, we like a sale.
So if it's going to go today,
We'd have it.
We'd have it.
it'll be £50.
Done. I mean, £20 is a fair price. Just wondering if we might be able to just do a little bit of movement on the fishing reel.
£3 and make it 17.
Done.
All adding up to £67.
Cheers, Ken.
Cheers then, bye.
A much more modest start, which leaves 333 in their kitty.
You want to put it in the boot?
OK, are you driving, are you?
Mine for the day.
Oh, good boot.
Plenty of room for more.
We're in. Wowzers.
But while they depart, we'll head down to the pub near the Essex village of Fordham. It's now an antique shop, and those two seem suitably intoxicated with the thought of it.
What can we get?
After you.
Oh, the mummy returns.
But what about the daddy?
Welcome to the Shoulder of Mutton, where Shazia and Stephen still have £250 to spend.
$15, $20, online 25, in the room 30, gone.
She's definitely getting the hang of this.
Oh, what do you think of that?
This is a candle holder. 20 quid. Well, that's a bargain.
Yeah. So this is oak, and this is all inlaid silver. And you see how beautiful these are engraved?
Yeah. Is that real silver?
Yep. So the hallmark's here. Well, it's 830, so it's continental silver. It's really nice quality. 26 quid.
26 quid. But the thing is, Stephen, we've got 200 big ones.
Yeah, they're burning a hole in your purse.
Yeah, we can get something really grand.
But what if there's nothing grand to buy?
I think Shazia will almost certainly come up with something.
We've got 250 quid and we've already got 3 fabulous items, which I think are all money makers. We could actually spend the whole lot and buy a really great item. So I'm thinking of going big here. Yeah.
Interesting. There's still another day, remember? Although I'm sure proprietor John will be happy to hear it.
Have you found something?
I have. Something very unusual. What's that?
A trowel for putting your makeup on.
For scraping it off, more like.
It's a bookmark. When you're sat at home reading your Jane Austen,
Yes.
you pop that on the page like that, you see, and it will keep the place in your book.
That is actually quite good.
I think that's quite cute.
And it's silver.
It's Birmingham silver as well. £55, I think it's probably...
Overpriced.
But you know, you're the queen of the bargain.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll come back to it, yeah?
And we will come back to them after a ride in Matthew's Mercedes.
I think that you are a very competitive person. Would I be right?
I have worked with people that are really competitive, who have to win at everything, every game, everything, without exception.
Yeah.
And I'm not like them.
You're not?
No, I'm driven by the sense that lots of people have perceived me as being not very good over the years, and I like to prove them wrong.
Now, of course, we know you're with your friend on this Antiques Road trip. Has she ever been your rival before?
No, but I could see as soon as she was in the shop, she was away. She's on familiar territory, shopping,
Right.
buying stuff.
Okay.
I think she seems very, very happy.
Does she want to beat you, do you think?
Probably.
Yeah. Matthew, what would be the dream Antiques Road trip purchase for you?
If you can find me a diamond in the
Right.
rough, something that's worth $1 million that we pay a fiver for,
Right.
that would be fantastic.
OK.
So, David's had his orders, and those two are about to arrive at their second shop of the day, at Essex's northernmost coastal town, Harwich, where you can also catch a ferry to Hook of Holland. And you really can't miss the several splendid lighthouses, or a little piece of history.
Here we are. Here.
Good bit of parking. Look at that.
Hello.
Hello.
Looking for bargains, looking for deals. Right, let's have a look if that's okay.
Yeah.
That was Derek, who describes it as both a shop and a mini museum. They should have fun in here.
I'm a steampunk, sir. Good day to you. Good day.
Matthew does also, of course, still have £333 to spend.
Don't shoot me, but
Go on.
a Polaroid camera. I'm looking at it, I just remember this looks just like the Polaroid camera my dad brought home.
Yeah.
But I just remember pulling them out the side.
Yeah, waiting for them to
Every
develop.
photo was blurred and rubbish.
Yes.
But you had it there in your hand.
Now, what year would that be?
So I would have thought 72, 73.
The very first model appeared as early as 1948.
72, 73, height of technology. It wouldn't be cheap. It wouldn't be.
No, even though when you look at it, you can see the quality.
Yes.
It's mass-produced,
Yes.
but it was the must-have
Yes.
item of the time. You had to have one. And the film was ludicrously expensive.
Horrific.
Second mortgaged. It's also, I don't even know if we can say this, it's a super swinger.
A super swinger. Not for us, eh?
No.
I don't think so. What is nostalgia worth?
Not this.
The old Romans, the Stoics would always say that you need reminders of mortality. Remember, oh, man is mortal. Remind yourself of that, which makes you live every day to the maximum. And let me just
Go on.
ram home that point. Look in this cabinet. You're talking about the early 1970s. What are we talking here?
David spotted some Ming.
I hear the word Ming Dynasty.
Yeah.
And all I think of is that it just means tens of millions of pounds. That's all I know. I don't know what they look like. I don't know what it is. It's very lovely.
Yeah. You can buy a Ming vase for 100 quid.
I had no idea.
The Ming made a lot of stuff, and this stuff they made by the bucket load because they made to be buried underground. The funereal pieces
With the body.
with the body. And in the 19th century particularly, they came out of the ground, which they'd been in for centuries, and were shipped to the West and sold as novelty items. We went back to the early 1970s. The Ming dynasty is 1368 to 1644, but this is 500-600 years ago. That man's face hasn't changed in 500 years. 900 quid for a man on a horse. It's 600 years old. I'm sorry, that's cheap. But too much for us, but never mind.
The Harwich search goes on, and meanwhile, back in Fordham, our pair have decided to look outside.
Stephen,
What you found?
these are amazing. These are vintage Punjab tribal chairs. The thing is, Stephen, these are totally kind of original from the Punjab.
Right. How can you tell that?
My mum is from the Punjab, which is northern India.
Right.
And in northern India, they have this particular kind of patterning, this particular type of wood, and this is so traditional. They don't just have it on furniture, they have it on lots of different things, this kind of patterning. It's typical of the tribal area of the Punjab, and it's so well made. Look, they're so strong, and they've got the Pakistani flag on them.
The modern-day Punjab is divided between India and Pakistan.
I don't think I'd be sitting on them.
Maybe you could just look.
Yes.
And then somebody like me can actually sit in them.
So what does the Pakistani flag tell us about their date, perhaps?
They won't be antique, but they won't be new,
No.
because this kind of patterning has been happening in India for a long, long time. So maybe the 50s, 60s.
They've also got the Bangladesh flag on them, meaning that they were made after 1972.
But also, they're quite unique.
And were these chairs for special occasions, or?
Weddings,
Okay.
all handmade, all hand-painted, and all hand-woven.
Yeah.
So I think they're actually worth quite a lot.
But how much are they?
Oh, Stephen,
Is it more money than we've got?
it's £395.
They only have 250.
I think the Queen of the Bull Ring needs to get her best bartering hat on.
I think so. Would they make money at auction?
At £395, no. Under £200, we've got a good chance if we find the right buyer.
Yeah.
But you know what? Go for bust. Let's go for bust. Come on.
I think he really means go for broke.
Let's hope somebody's got a Pakistani wedding going on.
Fingers crossed.
And also loins girded.
Hello.
Hiya,
What's your name again?
my name's John.
Hello, John. Do you know, I absolutely love your shop and everything in it, including yourself. But there's these two Pakistani chairs outside. I really, really like them. And I was just wondering, they're £395. What do you think you could do?
We could definitely take 100 off them.
We haven't that much money.
The very best, I could go 240.
And that leaves us only £10. What can you get for £10 these
We'll
days?
find out the next shop.
How about 235?
As it's you.
Oh, John, it's amazing.
Very generous, John.
Good thing at least we've had to sit down at the auction.
Well, I will.
Cheeky.
Oh, what a deal.
15 left, but while they grab the booty, let's hare back to Harwich, where Matthew's Chinese history lesson continues.
What about these plates at the bottom? Are they Ming?
Well, that's better. But it's provincial, but very nice nevertheless. Come on, let's have a look at them.
All right. It's just, you immediately can't help but think, who else has touched this before me? There's some Chinese family 600 years ago, did they have their rice on here?
Of course, of course.
Just the journey to get here.
Look at the scene. What is it?
I think it's a river, a mountain and a tree.
You're a fisherman. I think there's a fisherman in there.
It's either a fisherman or a fence post, and quite frankly, sometimes I struggle
What's the
to tell the
difference?
difference, yes. Yeah, maybe.
Could be.
What is it that gives it away to you immediately as Ming? How do you know, apart from the fact it had a little sticker on it?
Okay, well, that does help. Yeah. The colour, it screams Ming.
I love it.
Isn't it
I can't
pretty?
imagine anybody in the UK
Yeah.
in 1500.
Yeah.
Ordinary
Yeah.
people weren't going to have anything like this. Can I ask about this other one?
Yeah, so it's not as profusely decorated.
No.
Flowers, foliage. It's quite simple. The painter would have taken 3 minutes to paint that. It's rough and ready. However, it's drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, I can't believe I've handled Ming.
Ming dynasty.
Dynasty.
Look, 45 quid for the pair. Shall we speak to Derek?
Yes. I mean, I really like them. I really like them.
And he can certainly afford them.
Derek, we found a bit of wonderful Ming Ding Dong.
Yes.
Very nice, aren't they? They're very inexpensive, at 45 quid for the pair.
Yeah.
But we are going into auction.
So 30 for the pair.
I'll be happy with that.
I'm happy.
£15 each. Fantastic. Done. Love it.
Should we give him more? No, we shouldn't. No, sorry, that was just me pretending to be nice.
Yeah.
No thanks to David, they have over £300 left.
Shall I take the bike? Yes, because you'll be driving. Yes.
In my baby. Oh, hello, baby.
Time to get the pink team back together again and relax on those Essex byways.
Have you watched The Only Ways Essex? No, neither have I. But they seem like nice people.
It's very, very rural.
A lot of people, they do come here to spend the last years of their life.
I love the way you look at me when you say that. That's just so
Yeah.
touching.
But the thing is, when they do pass away, a lot of their stuff goes to the shops around there in that area. So you get a lot of really nice antique stuff.
Or the Wright stuff. Nighty-night. Next day, it's Shazia's turn to get behind the wheel.
When a woman is driving, things run so much more smoothly. People don't feel that their lives are at risk and everything is so calm.
Once we get over 10 miles an hour, I'll let you know more.
How's it going, Matthew? Are you struggling, do you think?
Of course I'm not struggling. I don't view this as a massive competition,
You don't?
but your confidence is intimidating.
Yesterday's shopping was frantic and fruitful, with plenty of cash handed over. Most of it by Shazia,
We can get something really grand.
leaving them with just £15 to spend today. While Matthew also had a lot of fun,
I can't believe I've handled
Ming Dynasty.
Just can't believe it.
but managed to hang on to 303 for today's purchases. Time now for a quick show and tell, along with their experts, of what they've acquired.
I can't deny I'm intrigued to have a little gander at what you've got.
Yeah.
You don't appear to be remotely interested in what I've got.
Matthew, I heard you on the other side of the shop shouting, fishing! Fishing! So I can only assume it's something fishing related.
Sounds like Shazia's onto something. Still plenty to compare and contrast, though.
Look at that.
Wow.
What on earth are they?
What do you think they are?
Bowls for cats to drink out of?
Very posh cats, I think they'd be.
What are
They are Ming Dynasty bowls.
They're definitely minging.
You could have washed them.
600 years old.
Yeah.
Still contain the grit from where they were fired.
All right, Matthew. Did
Right.
you pop off to the scrap metal heap on the way? What is that?
That's my chest of armour. To resist your slings and arrows of outrageous insults. No, that's a beautiful hand-wrought blacksmith fire guard.
This is hard work, Matthew. This is.
It's
isn't
truly,
it? It really
truly.
is.
I notice you've made no comment on these wonderful
Our
items.
beautiful
Sorry, I
ball
thought I didn't realise that was one of your eyes.
You're obviously speechless.
Well, tell us about them then.
This is a Masonic cribbage board.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's handmade. It's got the Masonic symbol on it.
Signed by the maker.
very nice.
That is worth, I think, a few bob.
Yeah.
A few bob more than these plates here. And what about this?
Well, I thought you've eaten all the cookies. I thought that was just left over in the back of the
You
car.
could put cookies in there. You could put spices in there.
I'll be honest, Shazia, I'll be honest. Okay, I quite like that. There
I
you
do.
go.
I do.
There you go. I do quite like that.
It's beautiful. It's so stylish. It's painful.
Oh my gosh, look, there's a fishing reel. How wonderful. It looks like a Nottingham-style reel, doesn't it, Shazia?
Really?
Beautiful.
Yeah, okay.
So you like nothing of ours?
No.
Sussex County Cricket Bat.
Signed
Sussex.
by the whole team. It's a collector's item. 1950s.
Yes. You're not going to get very much money for it, though, are you? Because these things are 10 a penny.
I reckon we will make a few bob on this and this for sure. Yeah.
And something that's not even in the boot.
Yes.
Oh, you bought something else?
We've got something
yes.
else up our sleeve.
Too big to fit in this tiny car.
Oh, I say.
You better
Yeah,
go
well,
shopping.
Oh, they most certainly will, but all in good time. Because next on the itinerary is a well-earned break, and where else would they do that than Clacton-on-Sea, the resort that was purpose-built by the Victorians, starting with the very first construction. Opened in 1871 and still going strong over 150 years later. They're about to meet communications manager Nigel Brown.
Hello.
Hi guys, welcome to Clacton Pier.
Hi, Nigel.
Hi.
It's the town's main attraction and also the largest pleasure pier in Europe at 6.5 acres. So I hope you have a good time.
Oh, I'm sure they will, because the pier, or number 1 North Sea, was recently named top family attraction in Essex. Although we have to hope that they only had a light breakfast.
Now, would you like a large one, sir?
Yes, please. That looks amazing.
The devil is in the detail. What does it taste like?
Is it
Yeah?
nice?
Yeah.
Let's have a taste.
So, Nigel, what's the oldest part of the pier?
Well, the oldest part of the pier is the structure itself and the deck down. On top, it's all changed. So some of the planks that you'll be walking on, they've been in there since 1871.
Get away.
The other oldest part of the pier, the first building, was the Jolly Roger, which was built in 1893. And that was the first building on the pier and the first theatre in the town. Inside, it's still got the Victorian structure, the ironwork, and it's a fascinating building.
I bet.
Of course, Britain's seaside resorts have fallen on hard times in recent years, thanks in part to cheap air travel. But the climate crisis and the cost of living has meant something of a renaissance for them. Time to hear from the author who can supply an overview of the town's fortunes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Norman. I'm a local historian. If we're going to talk about the history of Clacton, probably the best way is to see it from the top of this big wheel here.
It's quite high.
I think I might feel a little queer if I went up there. I'm going to keep my feet on the ground. Enjoy.
me.
I'll have a 99 on your behalf.
I'm sure you will.
I'll wave.
Hang on to your hats.
Great view up here, isn't it? They've got some lovely hotels as well in the district.
Well, Clacton's quite unique, really. It's not developed from like a fishing village or anything like that. This was all farmland, and it was an entrepreneur called Peter Brough who bought the land specifically to turn it into a seaside resort. He was a railway engineer, actually, but he bought up all this land in the centre of Clacton, and he built the pier and the Royal Hotel over there, because the easiest way to get to Clacton at that time was by sea, because the roads were dire.
Clacton was served by the Woolwich Steam Packet Company, which carried London holidaymakers to the Essex coast. And so the resort has always had a special place in the heart of Cockneys, like Norman.
In its heyday, what was Clacton like?
It was a really busy town. Between the wars was its peak, and then into the 50s as well. It was really in the top league of seaside resorts anywhere in the United Kingdom. One of the big reasons for that was the pier. It was like the Alton Towers of its day. I mean, 40,000 people a day came onto the pier. It was a big attraction, and because of that, there were other attractions built up all round Clacton because people were coming here. I mean, there was something like 10 theatres in Clacton.
Really?
There were 6 cinemas, and it was a really busy place.
The decline set in during the 60s and 70s, and when the local holiday camp closed in 1983, things became tough in a town built for tourism. But the pier, which has been successfully converted into an amusement park, remains by far the biggest draw.
So, Nigel, how's this place changed over the years?
Well, it started off in 1871 just as a berthing platform for vessels, and since then it evolved into the visitor attraction that you see today, and it brings in around 1 million visitors a year.
Wow.
And it can, of course, still fulfil one of its original functions.
Is that it then?
So you wait patiently, because patience and fishing are like this, along with disappointment and lying.
Is it Dover Sale for dinner tonight?
I wish, truly.
You know what? I think we leave it to the men.
Yeah, I
Where you
think
off
me
to?
and Stephen
Where
are
you-
going to go shopping.
It's all
Laters, Matthew.
Do I take over the rod?
Yes.
All right. Matthew, I'm having a fabulous time. Thanks for coming. Wouldn't that be amazing if I picked up the rod and caught something?
It would. But I think a better bet might be to follow the others, because this isn't the celebrity fishing trip after all. And if there's one area where Shazia is certainly leading the way, it's splashing the cash.
What are we looking for this afternoon? We've only got £15 left.
The thing is, with us, Stephen, I feel like it's all or nothing. We go all out there or we don't go at all.
We might find a bargain for £15. And at least we haven't got the rubbish the other team bought.
I think we've got a really good range.
We could open an antique shop, you and I.
Yeah, we could. People would get humour, they'd get knowledge,
Yep.
they'd get lots
Yep.
of fabulous gossip, and I think people would get tea and cake as well.
Definitely.
I think it would be a real-life sitcom.
There's some,
look.
There's some furniture in the lay-by there.
There's a sofa.
We could afford that.
Oh my God, a chair. Put it in the booth.
No, let's not. Better to keep going towards your final shop, further up the coast, at Walton-on-the-Naze. Also with a pier, although the holes are now very much over. Time instead to knuckle down and acquire one more item for the auction. At CNG Antiques and Collectibles.
This is it.
But there is, of course, one teeny tiny potential drawback to the final round of their shopping expedition. The lack of cash. Just 15 remaining, remember?
I think we should go for what we want and try and knock it down to our price range.
Within reason.
You go that way. I'll go that way. And if you see something, holler.
Okay.
Okay.
They could always just ask Proprietor Mike, although it's definitely more fun to find out for yourself.
You cannot be serious.
John McEnroe.
I loved John McEnroe.
Really?
I used to watch all of his matches. It's right up our street.
Is it priced at something between 15 and love then?
Would this make any money at the auction?
If it was signed, maybe. It's a great picture.
Yeah.
But I mean, how many people remember John McEnroe
Oh, a lot.
now, do you think?
Oh, yeah, because he still does a lot of commentary.
Of course he does, yes.
And also, he did win Wimbledon, I think, 3 times.
She knows her stuff.
The only thing with this picture is I remember him as having much bigger hair.
Maybe not then. Although, for one particular reason, it does seem they've come to the right place.
Everything in this shop is £15. It's crazy. Look, mirror, £15. How can everything be the amount of money that we've got?
Certainly makes life a lot easier. Now, I'm not sure if a fish was ever caught by our pair back in Clacton, but they've now also made their way to Walton-on-the-Naze.
So, this it here?
The cave. Ah,
Oh, this looks all right.
it does look all right. Hello.
Hi there,
Hello.
how are you?
Hello.
You all right?
Yeah?
That's Carl, by the way. Not Aladdin. Although I'm sure that folk do sometimes get the two establishments confused. £303 to spend.
So, I wondered about...
This is a bit of you, isn't it?
Yeah, so I've got an old Panther motorcycle, and if you had a 1920s or 30s Panther, you would want 2 of these on the handlebars. And if I was trying to get these for a 1920s Panther, I would be prepared to pay quite a lot of money because there's not many of them around. And
Right.
I've just seen the name here is Panther.
Wow.
But it's Panther of Birmingham, so they're not anything to do with the motorcycles that I'm interested in.
Not exactly compliant with modern safety standards either.
Does that excite you?
It does, because I don't know whether it'll be at our auction, but somebody somewhere is going to want one of these. So it does have a value. And would you know why it's green there and red there?
No, I thought you might know because you're our resident expert on.
Oh, no. Does it matter? It's a bit... I mean, that could be knocked out by somebody, I'm sure.
I mean, what would you expect from something that's 100 years old? I mean, imagine what the roads were like in the 1920s.
Probably significantly better than the roads today, I would have thought.
A lot better. You would love to take that home, research it, get your books out, and speak to some fellow enthusiasts. Hello, would you like to talk about some lamps? You'd love that, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would, David. That sounds lovely. Yes, hello, chaps. What kind of lights have you got?
Oh, big ones.
Yes, very nice.
I would love you to buy that. Shall we get a
Okay.
price?
Yes.
Where is the lovely Carl?
Best price on this one?
Yeah.
£30.
I think that's fair. Really do.
Give you a chance as well.
Good
All right,
man.
thank you.
Good.
Talk about big spenders, eh? Now, what's occurring round the corner, where their rivals have a mere £15 to their name?
Do you think we spend too much time looking at ourselves?
I think we do, yes. But we're a gorgeous couple.
Not too bothered, though, are they?
I like turning things.
Musical. Well, sort of.
I think it's out of tune, or is it my hearing?
It's a musical compact case.
Well, compacts are collectible.
Are they?
Yeah. It's probably 1950s, maybe, or
Really?
60s. Do you like winding things?
Oh, I love it. It's my speciality.
But can we afford it? That's the thing.
£30.
£30, right, okay.
I think it's unusual.
It is.
We could get it into our price
If
range.
the Queen of the Ballroom comes back out,
Oh,
is
yes.
she ready to make another appearance?
And the thing is, Stephen, if you can get it open, it's amazing.
There we are.
I think it's quite classy.
Time to charm the owner.
Hello.
Hi there.
But you know, we absolutely love your shop.
Thank you.
It's fascinating. What's your name?
Mike.
Mike. You look fabulous.
Thank you. You too.
But I particularly love this. I love it that it plays music. You don't really find these often.
You don't? No.
It's £30.
Right.
I mean, what could you do, Mike, on that?
For you guys, what about £15?
Oh my God, Mike! That's amazing. That's our price.
Every single penny spent. Time to go and find the others. Elsewhere on the nays. But not before they've come up with one more item to go with their £30 motorcycle lamp, which, it seems, is David's responsibility, while his celebrity enjoys a brief moment of repose.
Aha. Interesting. Now, Matthew, I'm going to test your Chinese skills.
I was going to say it'll be a very short test, but I'm pretty confident.
Go on.
That this is suggesting
Yes.
to the owner
Yes.
that they should have not just happiness in their life,
Not just one
but
happiness,
2 flakes, double happiness.
double happiness.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is. It's a double happiness box. Interesting little thing. It's got a story to tell. What's your instinct?
My instinct is it's not old.
No, you're right. I believe that the porcelain, the double happiness, is potentially old. A shard from a big vase, a big panel that's been inset into a much more modern white metal box.
Have you ever thought about doing this professionally?
It's never going to fly away in auction, but it's an interesting thing. And there's only one like it in the world.
I love that bit, so it's unique.
It's totally unique.
Ticket price, £45.
Do you think Carl would like to come and talk to us?
I'm sure he's itching to give us a discount, David, as well.
Come on, Carl.
I'm sure.
Carl, you can do it.
The best I can do on that would be £30.
I'm happy to shake on that. Thank you, Carl.
So, £60 in all, with 243 left over.
Leading the way, leading the way.
Very good, very good.
I like it.
Now, we just need our celebrity chums back together before they head to the sale room.
So it's all in the bag now, Matthew?
Yes.
Are you happy with your purchases?
Yes, I am. Have you ever been to an auction before?
I have. It's quite exciting, really.
I've never actually been to an auction.
Really?
No. I went to the Swaffham Bird Market, but the guy, the auctioneer there, spoke so quickly that I didn't understand a word. Bang!
Well, I'm sure it will all be much more comprehensible where they're about to arrive at. Shut eye, please. Auction day dawns in Lichfield, described by writer Samuel Johnson as the city of philosophers. Having thoroughly shopped around the Essex coast, our pair have brought their goods to the West Midlands and Richard Winterton Auctioneers, where they'll be selling in the room, on the net and on the phone, with Richard himself in charge of proceedings.
And sold £200.
Who's been to an auction?
I've been to a car auction.
Buy one?
No. I bought a horse.
There's no answer to that. Shazia spent all of her £400 on 5 auction lots. What does Richard think might fly?
We've got the cribbage board. It's got 2 things going for it. It's Tunbridge ware, those of collectors for those, and it's also Masonic. Put the 2 together. I've got high hopes for this one.
Matthew parted with a lot less, just 157 for his 5 offerings.
We have the Ming dishes. They're damaged, I know, but we always get excited when anything Chinese comes up, and we'll just have to see where it goes.
Now, take your seats, please, ladies and gents.
I feel nervous.
You're nervous.
Only to be expected. Ming's the word, though.
Can't beat a bit of minging.
I just still can't believe it's Ming. It's just hearing the name.
Yeah, absolutely.
Straight in at £10. £10 a bid,
everybody.
15.
Come on,
20,
that's more than
5.
that.
£30 a bid, 5, £40.
Go on,
£40 I
get
bid
in
with
there.
me, £40. £40,
Come on.
£40, £40, £40. You're all out, £40, room's out, £40.
It's a
It's a profit, it's a profit, it's a profit.
Not a big one, but at least he's off to a good start.
It's a 30% profit.
If you'd watched him, you might have got 50.
Shazia's turn, her Art Deco jar. Don't mention the crack.
This has got to do well.
We've got to make a profit on TV.
What's your prediction, then?
I think double figures at least.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bids on.
I like
yeah.
this.
No.
£2.
What?
No, we got 5 bids. We're at £20.
Such a tease.
30, 5, 40, £40 a bid, 5, 50. £50 a bid, £50 a bid, 50, 50, £50 I'm bid. You're all out, all done,
Yes.
and sold. £50.
Yes.
Well done.
Yeah.
How long does this auction go on for?
Don't despair, Matthew. There's sure to be many a twist and turn.
He got me with the £2 though. I completely fell
I
for
was
it.
like, what?
Matthew's fireguard is about to go under the hammer. Again.
I've seen them in skips and stuff.
Have you? Do you go skip diving?
We're in at £20.
£20.
We're £25.
Come on.
£30 I'm bid, £35.
Come on,
£40.
go on.
£45. £50. £60. £60
come
I'm
on.
bid. £60 the internet.
What is wrong with
Done.
you?
That's
so many
£60.
bids, come
Hold
on.
Unsold. £60.
You missed a bargain there. You missed a bargain.
Another steady return for Matthew and co.
Do you just keep making £10 profit on everything?
It's all profit, it all counts.
Next, into bat, is Shazia's bit of cricketing history.
It's really small.
It's really tiny. Tiny.
We're £2 I'm bid. We're
No good
£4.
for
We're 6.
cricket.
We're 8. We're 10. £10 I'm bid. £12. 14.
I think that's
16,
enough,
18,
don't you?
I think that's more than that.
Come on.
£22 I'm bid at 22. £25. £25 easy. £25. Internet's got it. Room is out. All done. Sold. 25.
It's a wicket!
And a teeny tiny profit. Not a loss to be seen so far.
Unbelievable.
We know what the public want.
But what do they really, really want? Matthew?
It's wrong to get judged by appearances. I don't think it's a very fishy crowd.
It's not a fishy crowd. What does a fishy crowd look like?
Not like this.
We're £5, we're £10.
Okay.
We're £10 I'm bid. We're £15 I'm bid. £20 I'm bid.
Excellent
£20
working condition.
I'm bid. Internet, you've gone now. The room,
Come on,
we're
come on.
fishing reel. £20 I'm bid.
Better get a
£20
bigger
I'm
boat.
bid.
Better get a bigger boat.
£20 I'm
He's
bid.
not reeling
Hold
them in, is he?
£20.
£3
Profit is a profit.
It's a profit.
It's a profit.
They're right, of course. Unspectacular, but rewarding.
There's a theme here.
Yeah.
Time for Shazia's cribbage board. Hotly tipped, but it wasn't cheap.
Do we have any masons in the room?
They'll be bidding in secret if
I
they
think
are.
it's more popular than a fishing reel.
Bit of interest, internet is in. We're
Oh,
in
yeah.
£25 bid.
I smell a loss.
£30 I'm bid. £35 I'm bid. £40, 45, £50.
Yes.
£50 I'm bid. £60 I'm bid in the room. 60
In the room?
60 in the room.
No
All
way.
done. We are
That'll
sold.
do.
£60.
Oh dear, what a shame. Oh,
The first disappointing result of the day, and it's a big one.
L for loss.
This is what loss looks like.
Now for another of Matthew's inexpensive Chinese-themed lots.
I'm thinking the gods are with me, that the good fortune is following me, that I'm feeling not just happy at your misfortune, but double happy.
£5 I'm bid.
£5?
£5 I'm bid. £6, £8,
£6?
£10 I'm bid. Do I have 12 in the room? All done. At the
This is
£10.
double misery.
Everyone else coming. All out. £10. £12.
Oh!
£15 I'm bid.
This is
We
more
want
like
18
it.
now. £18.
£18.
£18.
The vibes
You're
are
gonna come
spreading.
£20 in the room. Now we're looking for 22.
4 times happy.
No
Quadruple
way.
happiness.
In the room at £20. You coming 22?
Is that a profit yet?
No.
Oh.
£20. All done and sold. £20.
£10 lost.
Yes, that wasn't foretold by the symbols, was it?
Well, you've lost. We're double happy.
Now, those chairs hold the key to Shazia's contentment. A big gamble.
Picture the scene. You're in the Punjab,
Okay.
Or Birmingham.
and there's a wedding
And
going
there's a
on.
wedding.
And
This is what you
there's
need.
these beautiful chairs. The beautiful bride comes in with the handsome groom.
Yeah.
How much would you pay for that moment?
Where are we going to be? £35 a bit. £35, £40. £50, £60.
Oh.
£60 I'm bid at 60.
No way.
£60 I'm bid.
This can't
all
be
way.
real.
Bid
They're
only
in
at
this chair as
£60.
well.
Can't be
£60.
real.
There's no one going to come in.
Has nobody got a
At
Pakistani
£60
wedding
with
coming
me.
up? This
You're
is
out.
ridiculous.
All done.
No way.
I'm talking to the internet. £60 only.
No.
£60. Thumbs up. £60. We're in.
£235 for them.
I've got to put the hammer down. I have to. Go on, £60.
No way.
Crikey, that is a blow. Although not for the new owner of 2 nice chairs.
I never thought for a moment that I'd end up winning this show, but really.
Wait, that is crazy.
Matthew's final contribution is his old motoring lamp.
Yeah, I know you've already lost, but I'm going to make your agony that bit worse.
Well, you've only made £10. What are you on about?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 18, £20.
Oh.
Bid. Anyone got 22? £22 I'm bid.
22?
Yeah.
£22 I'm bid. Now 25 anywhere. All done. £22.
Oh.
Did you make a loss?
A bit of a loss.
£8.
A bit of a loss.
Yes, it's steady as you go for him again.
How much have you made?
8, 9.
Well,
It's a valid question. Now, finally, Shazia's musical powder compact.
we only paid £15 for it.
Okay, so you're predicting a profit?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
We always predict a profit.
I mean, based on your
we
track
get one to
record?
the story.
We have £5 I'm bid. £5 I'm bid.
I wouldn't pay £5
I'm
for
bid.
that.
Shut up, Matthew.
£6 I'm bid.
£6?
£6 I'm bid.
It's crazy.
£6 I'm bid.
People just
£7
don't know what
I'm
the
bid.
value of stuff
£8
is.
I'm
It's
bid.
musical.
£9, £10 I'm bid. 12, 15 I'm bid. £20 I'm bid.
Yes.
£20 I'm bid.
We made,
Profit.
we made a profit.
All out, £20.
Hurrah! Well done.
well.
Well done.
Always nice to finish on a high.
I'm not sure who's won.
I think I know, but shall we go outside?
Shall we go and
Fresh
find
air
out?
and
Yes.
check it out?
Well, it certainly won't take us long to come up with our victor. Because after auction costs, Shazia made a big loss of £272.60. While Matthew, also with sale room fees deducted, made a much smaller loss of £69.88. So he is triumphant today.
Stephen, I'm so disappointed.
I know.
It's not about the winning though, Matthew, is it?
No.
No,
It's
no,
just
no.
about the taking part.
Congratulations.
Oh,
Marvellous.
thank
I mean,
you, thank you.
well deserved
Yeah,
win.
that was a fluke, but well done.
The nudges, that's what I needed. Maybe if you'd had better nudges, I don't know.
We can do it again. You might be better.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Great to
Come
see
on
you.
then. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Now they can go back to just being friends again.
Well, technically it's the end of the trip, but I'm quite happy to carry on as long as we've got the car.
Yeah.
Get a couple of fishing rods in the boot. You can put your little wicker basket with our sandwiches in, flask of tea.
Cream cheese and cucumber.
Sounds delightful.